Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So today what I'm going to be showing you guys is how I plan to save a total of $25,000 in the next coming year. So I went ahead and made this little sheet that I can track everything on. I don't know if you guys can see it properly. There we are. So what my husband and I are actually going to be saving this money for is a down payment on a house. So I'm going to, this only goes up to $25,000, which we do live in Ontario, and if you guys know anything about the real estate here, it is pretty expensive. So I actually did print off another one of these sheets as well. It's just a table that I created in a Word document, and that's going to go up to $50,000, and hopefully we'll be able to break into that one by the end of the year as well. But the goal that I'm going for is a total of $25,000, which should be reasonable. So what I went ahead and did was made a sheet here with all the months, so from this May until April of 2019, and I'm just going to go through and make a rough savings estimate for each month. And then I'll total it all together and make sure I hit at least $25,000. So to start off, I'm just going to calculate how much more I'll need to reach $25,000. So luckily we've already actually saved $10,400, and that's just for the house fund, so that's not going to include our sinking funds for our car insurance or anything like that. So this is strictly house funds. So I wrote it here. So the total that we need is $14,600. And it would be easy just to divide that number by 12 just to see how much we would need, and that comes to $1,216.67 per month. So as I'm sure you guys know, and I'm sure it's similar in your situations as well, there are some months where we have more expenses than others, and we know that. And we know it's not really realistic to, try and have the exact same amount of savings each month. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just roughly estimate each month of how much we're going to be able to save, and then add it all together, and if it doesn't equal $14,600, then I'll have to go make a few adjustments, but I'm hoping that we'll actually be able to save more than that, so I'm hoping that won't be an issue. So this May, so just in a couple days from now, I have mentioned it in one of my previous videos that we are actually moving. And along with that, I won't have work for 2 weeks. So with that, I know our income for the month of May is going to be quite a bit lower than it usually is. So after paying rent and all of our expenses, I don't think we're going to have too much to put towards the house savings. And remember, this is only house savings, so nothing else. This is in a separate account just for our future down payment, which will probably be in a few years, but just trying to get on top of it. So May, we're probably only going to be able to put about $400. I'm just going to write it in a prettier color. So we're probably going to have about $400 for the month of May. You guys can see everything all right. So $400 for the month of May. So I mean, that's still an okay amount to go into savings, but obviously it's nowhere near this number here, which is what we're trying to get every month. So moving on to June. June should be pretty good because I'll be working the whole month, and my husband will also be working the whole month. So we should be able to put, I'm going to go for $1,300. Sorry again if you guys can hear sirens, it's just part of living downtown. July, we should be able to put 1,000, and I say that because July, I know we're going to be going back to visit family, and there's going to be costs associated with that, so I know we won't be able to put too much into savings, or like as much as we possibly could, but I'm still happy with 1,000. August, I actually finish my job a week before August ends, so the third week of August is when I finish, so I know we won't have a complete like full month of income from me. My husband should, depends when he finishes work, to come back to his job in this town. And we're also going to have to be moving, so we're going to have to rent a moving truck again, which if you did watch my previous videos, you'll see that I'm estimating about $500 for the moving expenses. So August is probably going to be a bit of a lower month as well. So we're going to put that in at 500. Alright, here are the fun months. So September, I actually come back to school. This is my last year, finally. If any of you guys are students, you know the struggle. Especially after the summer, you don't necessarily want to go back to school, but last year there's only 8 months left, so that's a good thing. So September is usually a pretty good month for us. I'm anticipating getting some scholarships. I'm going to be selling some textbooks from the previous year, so from just this past year, the 2 semesters. And so we should be able to put a good chunk of that into savings. So should be able to put in $1,500. October as well, we should also be able to put about $1,500. And same with November. So those 3 months are usually when we get the most money from, both for me and my husband actually. He works a lot of hours in these months just before the winter, and then in the winter usually dies off a bit, but nonetheless that is going to help us a lot with reaching our goal of $14,600. So December, we don't actually have a Christmas sinking fund yet, so in December we're going to be buying gifts. We are going to be traveling back to family to see them for the holidays. And we're also going to be saving for a vacation, which will either be the end of December or beginning of January, if we're able to pull that off. So December, I'm also anticipating a pretty low month. So probably around 400. Which again, it's better than nothing. I'm pretty happy with that. January, if we do go on vacation, my husband will be out of work for at least a week, so I know we should anticipate a little bit lower. And that's when I also will get another part of my scholarships, I believe. So January, February, January will be a bit lower. So we'll go ahead and say probably we should be able to squeeze about $1,000. February, March, and April, again, those 3 months are pretty similar to September, October, November, where they're pretty equal. So we should also be able to get about $1,500 for each of those months. Now again, these numbers aren't set in stone. I'm not going to be unhappy if we don't reach them, but I know that it is a big goal of my husband and mine to save up as much money as we can to make our lives easier in the future when we are trying to purchase a house or even save more aggressively. So I'm just going to add these numbers up quickly, see if we are roughly on target, and I hope we are. and let me know what you guys are doing to save any money. So if I added that up right, we actually come in $1,000 short. See, that will be a bit of an issue. I think I did that right. Let me just try and add that up again. Yep, so that actually equals $13,600. So as you can see, we're $1,000 short. So we are going to have to beef some of these numbers up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to squeeze a little bit more out of August and September. We'll go with, if I can sell my textbooks, then that would really help this out. If you guys are in university or college anywhere, then I'm sure you know that it can be very expensive. So we should go with 1,800 here. And then that leaves us with another 200 that we need to squeeze in somewhere. So we probably actually could squeeze 200 more into July. Alright, so those are our estimated amounts. So this would bring us to a total of $14,600. And again, if I am able to save more in, say, the month of May, I will, just in case we don't save any of these. We are just going to run our budgets, like our monthly budgets normally, and then see how much we have left over, and then hope that we're able to squeeze savings out of our overall savings. And yeah, so I'm now going to show you guys just this little chart that I made here. And I really do suggest that you guys make something similar, just to keep you accountable, keep you motivated. It's really nice to be able to see on paper what you are doing and the goals that you're working towards. So as you can see here, I have each box is worth $100, and obviously it is $25,000 for everything. So starting off, as I previously said, we do have $10,400. So I don't know if you can see, but I did outline the 10,400. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color everything in roughly, and as we go month by month, I will rotate the colors just to make it easier when we look at it to know how much we saved each month, what months we did well in, and I'm sure will help us stay a bit more accountable than if we don't see it on paper. So I'm just going to quickly rough color all of this. When we are making smaller progress, I plan to color them in a bit better, but there's a lot of blocks here, and personally I don't think I have the patience to color all of them in nice and precisely. Yeah, so that so far is our house savings. Yeah, so hopefully we are able to stick to our estimates each month. And yeah, so that will be the end of the video. And if you want to keep up with how things are going, make sure you subscribe to my channel It would mean a lot to me. And give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!